Broadcasting from Cincinnati, you're listening to the Ringside Reporter podcast. All the news from the world of boxing right here.
Well, I'm talking to you the way I want to talk to you.
Now, here's your host, Eric Lorda.
And we are live. Welcome to the Ringside Reporter show, where we talk about the latest boxing news. If it's related to boxing, we'll talk about it right here. My name is Eric Lorta, and I'm here with my co-host Joe Habib, and we got a great show for you today. And if you want to call in, 570-530-8316. Beeb, let's get it started. DAZN pay-per-view. Naoya Inoue versus Alan Picasso. Junior featherweights for all the marbles, man. Undisputed, the ring championship, everything. Naoya Inoue wins by unanimous decision over Picasso by the scores of 119-109, 120-108, 117-111. I tell you what, man, Picasso was game, but this was fairly easy win for Inoue.
Yeah.
Inoue was too strong, too skillful for Picasso. The other thing I noticed is that I think, Inoue got hit a couple of times cleanly. I don't think he cared what was coming back at all. I think he had felt Picasso's power, knew he couldn't hurt him, and so he took chances. Yeah. I mean, I really do. I think he took a lot of chances in there that he doesn't normally take. He's usually pretty responsible. But when he gets in firefights and he thinks he can outgun you, man, he'll take a shot.
That's also part of it. I think you're right. But if you notice with Inoue too, and I'm sure you do, as everyone else must, this guy really adjusts and adapts on the fly. You may get one in every now and then, but try getting two or three. It's very hard.
It's hard to land combos on him.
Yeah,
sure.
He has a very, very tight defensive construct. You may get one in, and the guy is so good that when someone does get one in, it's like, wow, this guy actually got hit, right? Because we expect so much from him because he's been so dominant. So when he doesn't knock somebody out, it comes as a surprise to us. But maybe that's not fair to him because he won every round on my card. And he was landing some hellacious body shots that were doubling over Picasso. And I was saying to myself, how is this guy staying up? Now, some people are saying, well, he's 32. He's getting a little bit older. He moved up in weight, so maybe the power isn't going to be the same. But he is fighting bigger guys. And Picasso really came to win. He fought a great fight. Every ounce of ability that guy has in his body, he probably unleashed it yesterday, in my opinion. Right? So.
Yeah, I think so. And I mean, you got to think about, this guy, he's coming up in weight. And then, you got Picasso coming in. Again, these are world-class fighters.
Yeah, that's the thing, too,
This is world-class stuff, man. It's not like you're just going to get a tomato can in front of you and you're going to get rid of him. All fighters at this level, they're all good.
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't bring him in there for a payday. He came there to win.
Yeah, it was a good performance for Inoue. Again, people are so used to seeing Inoue destroy people. And he did win a one-sided dominating fight. But, people will focus on the one or two times he got clipped here and there.
Because it doesn't happen that often.
Because it doesn't happen that often. You know what I mean? So I thought it was a good performance. I'm looking forward to the potential fight between him and Junto Nakatani. I hope that happens next. It sounds like both guys want it. Now, if they throw another spanner in the works where, we're going to do one more fight. No, just fucking do it.
Just do it.
Nakatani almost lost.
He almost got
I had to fight a draw. We'll get into it later, but I had to fight a draw. A lot of people had him losing. Stop fucking around with these in-between fights and let's just get it down. Let's get it done.
Tune-up now isn't like tune-up of yesteryear.
Yeah.
I mean, these are, again, you fight on this level. Any guy that gets in the ring with you is dangerous. Anybody, So let me ask you a question, Beeb. I'm assuming that Nakatani is next. It doesn't make sense for them to have another fight. He didn't, from what I understand, he didn't look all that great yesterday or the other day. I didn't see that fight. I saw the main fight. I wasn't able to see that fight. But let me ask you a question.
Sure.
With Inoue's win today or the other day,
does
this mean he's the fighter of the year? What is this, his fourth win?
I'm going to be honest with you. The guy was undisputed champion. and he made four defenses of that undisputed title. And no disrespect to any other fighter, but usually when fighters become undisputed, they tend to let one of the belts go. They get stripped of one of them.
Yeah.
And again, no disrespect to any of the other fighters. Like I love Usyk, I love Crawford, but when was the last time they fought 4 times in 1 year? And also, Usyk, with the exception, I think, of last year, and I think this year too, he fought Dubois and he fought. Did he? How many times did Usyk fight this year? But there was a stretch of time where Usyk was only fighting once a year, and then he fought Fury twice in 1 year, and I think he fought. How many? I can't remember how many times he fought this year. I know he fought Dubois, but I can't remember if he had another fight in between. My memory's escaping me right now. But for the longest time, him and Crawford were fighting once a year. And when you got a guy Inoue who is undisputed, hasn't vacated any of the titles, kept the undisputed title together. And again, I'm not a huge belt guy, but I respect guys who go out and win the 4 belts. And if you win them, if you hold on to them for a long period of time, like Inoue has done, then if you're going to make 4 defenses of that unified title, like Inoue has done, which is very rare. So he's doing some things that are rare. And he's fighting good guys, decent guys, right? Now, again, I hate to put this out there. There's a bit of xenophobia out there because he's not an American fighter, and maybe the American fans will look differently upon him. I don't know how the press looks at it. I know some people in the press, they tend to favor the American fighters. You see that when they vote for the fighters in the Hall of Fame, how certain guys don't get in that are foreigners, right? But I don't want to go too far down that path. But he is a little guy too. He's a little fighter, smaller weight class. So if I'm going to vote for Fighter of the Year, a lot of people are going to look at what Crawford did, moving up the 2 weight classes, and he was the underdog, even though he was slight underdog. He was the underdog, moved up 2 weight classes, arguably 3 in some people's minds, and he beat Canelo Alvarez in the biggest fight of the year. So I could see someone giving him Fighter of the Year based off of that. But if someone turns around and says to me, I'm giving it to Inoue because of what he did, I don't have a problem with that either. If you put a gun to my head, I'm a little biased, but I think you may have to give it to Inoue based off of the activity and just holding those belts together and not getting stripped or vacating any of them. So if you put a gun to my head, I want to give it to Crawford because I'm biased towards Crawford because I'm a huge Crawford fan. But if I'm being objective and you put a gun to my head, I could see it going to Inoue, and it wouldn't be bad if it did. You couldn't argue against it if it went to him, Fighter of the Year.
It's got to go to Inoue, right? I mean, the guy had 4 defensives of an undisputed title.
Well,
in one calendar year.
Here's the problem.
Let me tell you this.
Go ahead, I'll let you finish, and I'm going to jump in with something.
Let me tell you this. Since 2020, Terrence Crawford has only fought once a year.
Yeah.
He's had 1 fight. One fight this year, 1 fight last year.
Yeah. Because I know Usyk fought Fury twice in 2024. I can't remember if he only fought once this year, Usyk.
So 2020, Kell Brook. 2021, Sean Porter, David Avanesian in 22.
Yeah,
Errol Spence, Madrimov, and Alvarez in the following years.
Yeah. Usyk only fought once this year. I was correct. So Usyk fought, even Usyk, let's look. 2020, he fought once. 2021, he fought once. 2022, he fought once. 2023, he fought once. And then 2024, he did fight the 2 fights with Tyson Fury. And this year, he's only going to end up fighting 1 time.
Yeah.
Again, so again, Eric, in the sake of fairness, I'm gonna vote Inoue as Fighter of the Year.
It's gotta be, right?
I'm gonna give it to him.
I'm gonna give it to him.
I'm gonna fight my bias. I'm a huge Crawford fan, but I'm gonna fight my bias. I want the ring may give it to Crawford, and I'll tell you why. Because Turki Al-Sheikh owns the ring, and he's really good friends with Terrence Crawford. I don't want to plant the seeds of controversy here, but I'm just gonna prepare everyone for Crawford possibly getting it. and I won't be, excessively mad about it.
No, because what he did was a pretty good accomplishment.
But
a huge accomplishment, right?
If I'm voting for Fighter of the Year, I'm going to give it to Inoue because Inoue moved up in weight too. Yeah. Obviously, he didn't move up like Crawford did, but he moved up in weight, became undisputed at the higher weight class, and he held on to those belts and defended those belts. And they gave him a special ring belt. They gave him a special ring belt because he defended the actual ring belt 4 times in 1 year. And I believe the last fighter to do that, as they said, Mike Coppinger mentioned this. The last guy to do that was Larry Holmes.
Oh, look at you riding Mike Coppinger now. You're over here riding him like Seabiscuit. I told you about Mike Coppinger a long time ago.
Listen.
You were the one sweeping this guy under the rug. Oh, this guy's fake news, blah, blah, blah.
Everyone.
I want you to apologize.
Everyone can be better, right?
Say it.
Everyone has their redemption story. And ever since he linked up with Turki Al-Sheikh.
I thought we were talking about you. No. What do you mean? Since he's been ace since back when ESPN.
No.
Since Ring Magazine.
Ever since Turki Al-Sheikh hired him, he pulled him into the office. This is what he said. Mike, we're going to give you an opportunity because you hustle.
Because you were there.
Because you hustle. We're going to give you an opportunity. But you do any of that clickbait shit here, you're fucking out of here, right? And ever since that talk, he's been on his P's and Q's. So we got to give him credit.
Little Petty says, do you agree on the Ring Magazine pound-for-pound list in the last 25 years? Manny at number 1, Floyd at number 2. Yeah, I would say so. I would agree with that. I mean, it's either him or Floyd at 1 and 2.
Manny's been consistent.
Manny's fought everybody. Yeah, and Manny fought guys in prime. Mayweather.
You gotta reward consistency.
Gotta reward that.
You gotta reward consistency, right? Does it? And the thing is, I'm gonna say this. I do think Crawford has probably the most ability out of all the fighters in talent-wise. You can make an argument. Usyk's there too, but for me, I think Crawford is the most talented fighter in the world.
Oh, for sure.
Usyk says the same thing. He co-signs that. I don't think he's just being humble about it. Like normally, if he didn't think it, he probably wouldn't even say anything at all. But he makes it a point to say Terrence Crawford is the best fighter in the world. Yeah. Right? So I got to give Usyk credit for that.
Do you think Crawford goes on that pound-for-pound list? What about Andre Ward? Where is he in that pound-for-pound list?
Oh, they'll be on that pound-for-pound list. How high is going to be debatable. Yeah. They'll be debatable. So we'll see.
I don't know.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
I'm in the minority. I think you're in the minority along with me. We like Andre Ward a lot. We hold him in very high regard, I believe, you and I.
Ask Robert. I had Andre Ward as top pound for pound even when Floyd was fighting.
You did. I remember that. You did. Yeah. Because he was more consistent and Floyd wasn't. Like again, I don't like Floyd as a person, but he's a phenomenal fighter.
You can't mess with him.
I never talk shit about Floyd as a fighter, ever. And people can say what they want. Yeah, he didn't fight this guy, he didn't fight that guy, blah, blah, blah. But he was doing it when he was 30. He fought Manny Pacquiao when he was 38 years old himself. Guys, a man's physical prime is in between the years of 27 and 32. These guys are kicking ass and dominating. And
older
when they're 38, these guys are outliers. They're phenoms, right? So I'm hearing this. Canelo wasn't in his prime when Crawford beat him. Neither was Crawford. Listen, when Crawford, Floyd, and Canelo, all three of them fought. When Canelo fought Floyd, when Canelo fought Crawford, none of these guys were in their primes during any of those fights. Okay. Because Canelo was young. He wasn't 27, 28 yet when he fought Floyd. So he wasn't in his physical prime yet. And Floyd was out of his physical prime. And Crawford was out of his physical prime. And Canelo, to some degree, was also out of his physical prime when he fought Crawford. So both of them being out of their physical primes cancels it out. It cancels it out. So you can't say this, that, whatever. And people can argue, well, Floyd waited out Manny. Okay, but Floyd wasn't getting younger all those years when he was waiting out Manny either. Just because he was.
But he didn't. You would agree that fight would have been much better 5 years before.
I 100% agree. I don't think
and
Manny
there was
ever
no
would have won
reason.
it. Yeah.
why those two couldn't have got together 5 years earlier.
You won't get an argument out of me. I'm not going to argue
also,
against
too,
that.
without evidence, he's the one that started this whole steroid thing and said, oh, man, he's on steroids. This is what I believe, and I'm not going to get in the ring with him, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And that's when this thing started spreading, like, his people or whatever spread this like wildfire through the media, and that was ridiculous, too, because that guy has never failed a drug test, never been proven.
No, you're right. Yeah.
Just because Floyd said it doesn't make it true.
Yeah. Canelo was 23 when he fought Floyd, and
he was not. He was early. That was before his peak, and everybody would agree to that.
Yeah, the 28, 27-year-old, 29-year-old version of Canelo was better than the 23-year-old version. For sure. Now, again, would he always have problems with that style? Crawford, Floyd? Yeah. Yes. But we saw him do better against Lara. A lot of people thought he lost that fight. Some people thought he won that fight. But that was that was him a little bit more seasoned, not quite fully seasoned, but you could see him starting to get there a little bit in that fight. But he was always going to have problems with guys like that.
Yeah, always. I mean, anybody's going to have problems with Floyd. You know what I mean? I mean, just any boxer, solid boxers, anybody is going to have problems with those guys. Yeah.
Listen, as much as Floyd's body broke down over the years, he had bad shoulder, bad hands, whatever, wrists. One thing he always was able to maintain was he never took a ton of punishment. And that extended his career. And also he never abused his body. Listen, I give that guy all the credit in the world. I mean, he had an incredible discipline.
Never got tired. You never saw him physically tired at any of those fights.
He's a great fighter, man. Like I give him all the credit in the world. All the credit in the world. He's a phenomenal fighter.
Give him credit. But again, if you're looking at pound for pound, it's got to be Pacquiao. Pacquiao moved up
based off
weight.
The consistency.
Pacquiao moved up more weight, better consistency, better caliber of fighters. In the prime.
I think Floyd is a better fighter, but if someone says like people get mad when Max Kellerman says that Manny Pacquiao is a better pound for pound fighter than Floyd, and he bases it off of accomplishments, and you could do that, but also I throw consistency in there. Problem with Floyd is he had 50 fights. I'm not saying he didn't have a lot of fights. He had a good amount of fights.
Was it 49 fights?
Well, if you don't want to,
because we're not counting that 50. We're not counting the McGregor one.
Listen, and again, if you argue that, you're not going to get pushback from me on that either.
No.
So, and then the Berto fight at the end was kind of a formality as well. But I'm not gonna let those instances take away from the other.
That's what I'm talking about. I
mean, the Mosley win was a good win because Mosley just destroyed Margarito.
Yeah.
And that was the guy that people were saying Floyd was avoiding, and he fought Mosley.
Mosley hurt him in that second round.
Yeah, and he came back.
And dominated that fight. Yeah. I don't think Rat Machine 87 says Floyd ducked Paul Williams and Margarito in 09. I don't know that that's the case. But I will tell you this. I think that he beats either one. He beat either one of those guys.
Yeah, I think he would have won both fights. But again, Margarito had a style similar to Jose Luis Castillo, and we saw how that was a tough style. Maidana was a tough style. Like it would have been an uncomfortable fight for him, possibly. Who knows?
Well, you look at Diego Corrales. I mean, that fight. And the size difference and everything like that. And I mean.
And he was an underdog in that fight, too.
Yeah. I mean, that was probably one of the first times he was an underdog. And I mean, that fight, that was just a brilliant fight.
Yes.
I mean, if you want to know what a perfect boxer looks like, go watch that fight over and over again.
That was a beautiful fight.
Beautiful.
That was a phenomenal fight.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Junto Nakatani versus Sebastian Reyes. Nakatani wins a controversial unanimous decision over Reyes by the scores of 115-113 twice and 118-110. Most people had Reyes winning that second half of that fight. Nakatani's eye was, it was shut. It looked shut to me. It was bad. 118-110 seemed to be a little wide for most people. This was, by the way, this was a tune-up. This was a tune-up for Nakatani. Beeb, break down this fight for me.
Yeah, so in the beginning, I gave, as most people did, Nakatani the first 5 rounds. And what I saw happening was, I think Reyes was trying to get used to the timing, the rhythm, and the speed of the punches, and he wanted to kind of get a feel for what Nakatani had, right? And that's not to say that he still didn't come forward, he still didn't press. But once, I believe, he got a feel for the timing, the rhythm, and he got hit a few times, and he's like, wow, man, I mean, this isn't so bad. I'm not saying he liked it. I wasn't in there taking the shot, but I'm guessing that maybe he was saying to himself, this isn't as bad as I thought, right? And what I saw him do when he made the adjustment was, obviously he went from first to fourth real quick. He's really stepped up the pace in that 6th round. But I also saw him get close, and I think when he was getting hit with those uppercuts and those mid-range hooks in that little middle area of the pocket, that mid-range area of the pocket, he sensed that that's where, this guy's having most of his success. So I'm going to take that away from him. Now, early on, he was maybe a little bit apprehensive of being overly aggressive because he didn't want to get caught with something. But once he started getting comfortable with what was coming at him, he could see what was coming at him. He started seeing that uppercut. He started seeing those mid-range hooks. He said to himself, you know what? I'm going to collapse the pocket on this guy. I'm going to get in his chest, and I'm going to just blanket him with pressure. And he did that from round 6 to 11. He was pushing Nakatani back, wasn't giving him space to breathe, wasn't allowing him to get set. Now, that's not to say Nakatani wasn't coming back with stuff, but it's hard when you got a guy taking that mid-range away from you, because that's where he can really turn those chippy short shots over. And now he was forced to have to kind of squeeze them off when he had less room. And when you're squeezing those shots off, some guys can do it, but that's not Nakatani's game. Now, he was holding his own, but that was not his comfort zone, where it was Reyes' comfort zone. When he liked jumping in the phone booth, Nakatani did not. So that was the big difference. Now, I had him going on a run, round 6 to 11, and some people even gave him round 12. But I gave him round 6 through 11, and I had Nakatani winning round 12. Now, rounds 10 and 12 were the real close rounds. All 3 judges gave Nakatani 12, as I did. But I believe Coppinger gave it to Reyes, and a lot of people, the average fan scorecard, people gave Reyes both rounds 10 and 12. I actually gave Reyes round 10, but some people gave Nakatani round 10. So depending upon how you scored 10 and 12, that was pretty much the determining factor on who you had winning the fight. So if I gave Nakatani round 10 as Coppinger did, then I would have had him edging out Reyes 115 and 113. But I gave that to Reyes, and I gave Nakatani 12, and so I had it a draw. Now, if you were to give Reyes round 12, then you could have easily had it. If you gave him 10 and 12, then you have him 115 and 113. So this clearly, I don't think there's any dispute to it. It's a 115, 113, 114, 114 fight, 115, 113 either way. So if you added a draw, that's fine. You added 115, 113 one way, that's fine. You added 115, 113 the other way, that's fine too. In my opinion, and most people's opinion, we're all in agreement there. But the 118 and 110 is where the controversy lies. And you always have that crazy judge, that crazy scorecard that just is a distraction from what was a great fight. It was an entertaining fight, So, yeah, I had it a draw. I have no problem with Nakatani getting the 115 and 113, like I said, but I had it a draw. Coppinger had it a draw. Some people had it 115, 113. But I will say the majority of people either had it a draw or they had Reyes winning from what I've seen. I didn't see too many people that had Nakatani winning. So.
And just for clarification here, we're talking about Hernandez Reyes.
Correct.
All right, guys. So everybody in the chat can just settle down. Listen, his mama, that's his name, Reyes. That's what his mama called him. That's what I'm calling him. That's game.
I mean,
that's the way it is.
I was told by Maestro that like Reyes is like the middle name, and sometimes with Mexicans,
Mother's name is at the end, I believe.
Yeah, so
and the father's name's in the middle.
Yeah, so that's how. And they were calling
What's
him
his mom's name?
Hernandez.
Reyes, son. So I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear
So
it.
I'm doing what the show notes tells me to do. If
That's
Eric
right.
puts
That's right.
Reyes in the show
I
notes,
put it in there.
I was going to say Hernandez, but
No,
I'm not
no,
going
you
to. I'm not going to go against
No, you
my
weren't.
partner. If my
That's
partner,
right.
my
I
partner
love
wants
how
me to
you-
say Reyes, I'm going to say Reyes.
I love how you say, I was going to do it the other way, but Eric told me to do it this way, so I'm going to do it that
Well,
way.
you advised me to say it the other way, and I want to be on the same page.
By the way, completely unrelated note, I opened up TikTok today, and Joe Habib is looking at me in a silver surfer costume or something like that. You're the guardian of the planet. What were you?
Oh, when I had the
Fantastic Four or whatever it was you were.
I had a platinum, like the Lantern Corps. The Lantern Corps, the Lantern Corps, they have like the green lanterns, the blue lanterns. I created a Lantern Corps called the Platinum Corps, right? So I was the leader of the Platinum Corps group of lanterns.
Do you believe this guy? What in the
I
world?
have an imagination. You can't fault me for having an imagination. That AI app, Sora AI,
It's a great app,
allows
isn't
me to unleash my imagination.
Unleash your creativity.
My creativity. So I was the leader of the Platinum Corps.
Oh my gosh. All right. Back to the boxing. Nakatani wins, right? And I think it's either a draw or Nakatani wins. Okay. So he's moving forward. We're not going to see a rematch with these two. It ain't happening. Do you think he beats Inoue?
Nakatani?
Yeah.
I would pick Inoue, but this style is an interesting style because Nakatani is a pressure guy. Inoue boxes a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You could say he's aggressive when he wants to be, but his first instinct is to box and set shots up. Nakatani is more of a swarmer pressure guy. And I think those two styles mesh very well together and can make for an interesting fight.
See, I think that plays right into Inoue's hands.
It could.
Inoue likes to counterpunch. He's going to let him
could.
And yeah.
But you see, when guys getting close to Inoue, sometimes they land that shot and they end up hurting him or knocking him down, and he recovers and reacts and makes adjustments. But I don't think that Inoue's been in with someone as tough as Nakatani, in my opinion. Yeah. I could be wrong, but that's why this is an interesting fight. I do think Inoue wins the fight.
Yeah, I would take Inoue for sure.
It could be a tough one.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we're hoping for.
It could be a tough one.
You think it takes place first quarter next year or middle of next year?
I'm hoping it could take place maybe in April. So
that's what I'm thinking.
About the middle of the year, because Nakatani was a little bit banged up. It was a tough fight.
Yeah.
So he may need some time.
And this will give him the first quarter off to train and everything like that.
I would guess middle of the year. Now, if Turkey Al-Sheikh decides we're going to do another interim fight in between, then I'm gonna be upset. Yeah,
there's no reason to do an interim fight. For what? You know what I mean? These guys you already seen it. These guys are fighting. And it was funny because people were claiming that they think Inoue was looking past Picasso. Could it have been Nakatani looking past to the Inoue fight?
Or this guy, Hernandez Reyes, was just better than everyone thought he was. Who knows? Listen,
the other thing about Saudi fights and when Turkey Al-Sheikh and they put on these Riyadh season cards, they don't put schleps in there. No. It's not like, you're looking at like guys are going to go get KO'd in a round. No. I mean, they don't put like just cupcakes in there. Those are tough guys.
Yeah.
And they always seem, no matter who's fighting it always seems to be a good mix.
Sometimes a record can indicate someone's really, like, someone can have a glossy record and not be as good as that record. And then other times, it could be the direct opposite. Now, Hernandez Reyes was undefeated going into this fight too.
Yeah.
And he had 18 knockouts in 20 fights. So, I mean, the odds were wide,
Yeah.
But with the odds wide based off of sentiment and perception, and maybe no one really knew how good this guy was. Who knows?
That's possible.
Who knows?
Absolutely possible.
But one thing's for certain, we know who he is now, and we probably want to know more about him.
Absolutely.
Right? So,
absolutely.
I kind of feel a little bit bad for him, and this sounds ridiculous, but I would have liked to have seen him walk away with at least a draw. I'm not saying it was impossible to score the fight for Nakatani, but I don't know. I think if you give Nakatani both the 10 and the 12th, then maybe you're giving him a little bit too much benefit of the doubt, maybe. But I'm not mad about it, but I feel a little bit bad for Hernandez Reyes, because he went over there, fought out of himself. Like he just was like he was.
That's his Super Bowl. That's his title fight.
Yeah, that was so
you know
excellent, and he put on such a phenomenal performance. At the very least, I would have liked to have seen him get a draw. At least I feel bad that he has to go home with a loss.
Yeah, for sure. But even though he goes home with a loss, he made a great account of himself. People want to see him again, and I think that they'll bring him back.
They'll bring him back, definitely. I don't see how they can't.
No way. All right, let's go to the phone here. 530, Robert. You're live.
Hello, guys. How are you?
Good, man. Good. How are you?
How are you doing, Barbarino?
I'm all right. I hope you all had a good Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh, I had a beautiful Christmas, Rob.
Good. That was a good card yesterday. And by the way, Joe, I scored the Nakatani fight a draw also.
Yeah.
I do feel bad for Reyes because he put on one hell of a performance. I'd never seen him before, but I definitely want to see him again. You know what I mean? He
Can I ask you a question?
He came. He went. Yeah.
I hate to cut you off, but I'm just curious. How did you score rounds 10 and 12?
Oh, I think I gave both of them to Reyes.
So what did you give like round 4, one of the early rounds to Reyes too? Like I'm trying to figure out how you had the draw.
Yeah. I gave I believe it was around 4 or 5 to Reyes also, but I ended up with a draw 114.
Okay, all right. I was just curious.
So, but and look, I heard that fight is going to take place in May in the Tokyo Dome. That's what I've heard. So,
in May,
we'll see if it comes off.
Got a source?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's your source?
I heard that through. I heard that through ESPN. They posted an article on it last night after the fight.
Was that
Who wrote the article? Who wrote the article?
They have a new boxing writer. I forget what his name is now because Carpenter now works for Ring Magazine.
That's right, he sure does.
Right. You notice a big difference in Carpenter's journalism ever since he left ESPN and went over to Ring? You notice the improvement?
Absolutely. ESPN wants you to write things a certain way, and Ring Magazine allows you to write.
ESPN told him, Mike, you need these ratings, you need clicks, so you got to, however you want to do it, Mike, you got to make sure these articles get clicks. Turkey Al-Sheikh doesn't care. He's like, Mike, do what you want to do. We're gonna give you a YouTube show. You don't have to worry about writing anymore. You're gonna be a commentator now. Ever since he changed roles, he's immensely better. Immensely.
Yeah, well, and ESPN did the same thing to Steve Kim. Steve Kim worked over there for a while, and he said they kept wanting him to cover UFC, and he said, "No, I'm the boxing guy." So he finally got disgusted and left.
I mean, we don't
so
want
you
to throw
talk to
shade
Steve yourself, huh?
We don't want to throw shade at ESPN, but there's a reason why they ended that deal.
Everybody loves ESPN here at Ringside Reporter. I will tell you that. What's the matter with you?
Anyway, on to yesterday. Inoue did what he was supposed to do, man. I mean, and the guy put up one hell of a fight, but Inoue was just a lot better. And even Inoue said in I don't know if he said this in the interview post-fight or in the press conference, he said, in his opinion, it was not his best performance. He thought he could have done better. I don't know how much better he could have done. I had it 120 to 108.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to get much better than that.
Added a shutout too.
Yeah. Yeah, he rolled over that.
You know.
So there you go. Robert, we have a question for you. What is your thoughts on the current state of the southern border? Boxing 9741. Thank you so much, my friend. So what is your current state on the, what is the thoughts of the current state of the southern border?
I didn't know we were a political show, but I would say things have gotten better on the southern border. So that's my answer to that.
Wow, that's rough, man. That's really rough. All right, Robert. We're going to put you back in the queue. We may bring you on later. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not bringing it back on.
Didn't verify any of the sources, man.
You got to verify.
You got to verify sources. I can tell you every source that I have.
All right, let's go to 773. 773, Chicago.
Chi-Town.
How's my two favorite American Patriots?
How are you?
See, now this guy comes in. He's nice to us. Even though he doesn't always agree with us, he never yells and swears and insults us like the other. Absolutely. I'm not even going to mention the other guy's name. I don't want to give him too much shine. Well, I'll mention it, Jerry. But anyways, this, Kevin gives us a lot of respect when he comes on, even though he doesn't agree with us. Go ahead, Kevin.
Yeah, I just like to call in, shoot the shit, see what's going on. Remind you that I still got that Manscaped shower gel. Okay. You remember that?
Yeah. What is it?
I can't even. What did you say?
Something about sourdough.
What are you talking about?
The Manscaped shower gel.
Oh,
I won it. Very square.
Oh, he won. Right. Did we send him that too?
Yeah, we sure did.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. That's the only thing I've won in prize like that.
See? That's right.
We've sent people shirts before. Yeah. Manscaped care packages. I mean, we do it all here, man.
It's all in one show.
You need to get that sponsorship back. That Manscaped sponsorship.
Tell me about it.
we lost that one, man. They didn't want to work with us anymore, man.
That's all right. And we'll talk about this. This Riyadh season, he's fine. Triple G coming out. What's Triple G doing there? He's hanging out.
Yeah, well, he's the president of the Olympic Committee now for boxing. He's like shoring up all those all the countries and everything like that. So he's really a big part of Olympic boxing and that kind of thing.
I'm sure they invited him there.
Oh, yeah, okay. I'm sure.
I don't think he just showed up. He's like, hey, I'm sure they gave him a ticket and he invited him.
Showed up with a ringside seat.
I don't think he was gate crashing or anything.
Did you say he's president of the IOC?
No, he's the world boxing
for the boxing portion.
The world of boxing. He's in what's he, the president of that, or
the
head representative of that now. So he's going to be involved with them because they're going to be handling the Olympic boxing now instead of the IBA.
Okay. Yeah, I thought that was cool. Just Usyk, Triple G thing ringside.
Yeah, that was cool.
Other than that, yeah, those are two of my favorites. But how are you guys doing? Keep it up. Keep grinding.
I'm doing fine, man. I'm
tuning in.
Doing great. I can't complain, to be honest with you.
All right, boy. Have a good one.
All right, man. Have a good one.
Short and sweet.
Yeah, that's right. All right, let's go to the upcoming fights here and see what we got. I don't think there's going to be much this week, but let me just check it here. Yeah. Tokyo does have a December 31st show, but I don't see any whatchamacallit. I don't see any TV on it.
Yeah.
Kaz Ioka versus Malakil Ordasgati, 10 rounds bantamweights. Let's see what else we got. January 3rd. So this is January 3rd. Next week, DAZN from San Juan, Puerto Rico, Amanda Serrano versus Reina Tellez, 10 rounds for Serrano's WBA and WBO women's featherweight titles. Stephanie Hahn versus Holly Holm, 10 rounds for Hahn's WBA lightweight title. And those are the two main ones. Let's see. Ebony Bridges on that card. Cares. Looks like a lot of chicks on that card. I think that's an MVP card as well. I think
MVP does a lot of
it's an MVP.
Cards,
a lot of broads on there. After that, we have on January 10th, New York pay-per-view, payperview.com? What? Subriel Matias versus Dalton Smith. How in the world are you going to put that on pay-per-view?
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
What? Who's promoting that?
They're just killing the sport, man.
Who's Subriel? Who's his promoter?
Yeah, who's promoting that fight? I can't remember. I don't know who's promoting that fight, to be honest with you.
Robbie would know. Yeah, that's a pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
That's crazy.
Get out of here. Not much. I mean, and I'm looking at the January because there's not a whole lot there. January 24th, Raymond Murtala versus Andy Cruz for lightweights. And then January 24th, Manchester, Moses Ayatuma versus Jermaine Franklin. That should be a pretty good one.
That's a pretty good one, yeah.
And then Teofimo Lopez versus Shakur Stevenson in New York on DAZN on the 31st.
Yeah. Is Dalton Smith a matchroom fighter? He may be. I can't remember.
Maybe.
I wasn't sure if he was or not.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. I don't know. All right, let's go to the news and rumors here. Let's see what we got. Anthony Joshua. Beeb, this is insane to me. This story is crazy.
Yeah, I don't know how true this is either because we don't know.
I saw it from MSN.
Yeah.
It was like written up there. And I've seen it I've seen it on a couple like different, I've saw it on like boxing news sites, but I also saw it on like regular sites as well, like regular news sites, like legitimate news sources. Yeah. Between the U.S. and the United Kingdom, Anthony Joshua loses $66 million in taxes. Joshua reportedly earned approximately $140 million. From the bout. Because he fought in the United States, the IRS will claim about 37% of his earnings, totaling about $52 million. On top of that, as a UK resident, HM Revenue and Customs will take roughly $11.3 million, with another $2.8 million required for national insurance contributions.
How do people know this stuff if it hasn't been publicly released what his purse was?
How do people know how much his taxes?
Yeah, because his purse was not released. So how do people know exactly what he's paying in taxes? That's what I'm saying.
Because it's a set percentage.
No, but how do they know the exact dollar amount that he's paying in taxes if they don't know what his actual purse was?
It's reportedly earned approximately $140 million.
Is that what they're saying he made?
That's what they're saying he made.
Yeah.
Now, is that what Ring is saying he made, or that?
Yeah, I don't know. So,
but there's always been speculation on how much he was making.
Yes.
For how much both of them were making on this fight.
Yes.
You know.
So, yeah, we don't know. But
Little Penny says, "Where's my Ring magazine belt?" I'm not big on the Ring magazine belt. I don't like it. I mean, it's okay.
I actually like it.
It's cheesy. It just looks cheesy to me. Yeah, remember when Rocky came out with the Ring belt?
I like it.
That's when I first noticed it, and I thought it was cheesy then.
Okay. to each his own. I like that belt.
You don't like that belt.
Love it.
Can you imagine paying $66 million in taxes?
Yeah.
How great would it be to have that problem? Not back taxes, of course. Just I'm taking that out of my paycheck because I'm
curious to see when the Forbes list comes out in June what they're going to list his actual earnings were for the year. I'm curious to see.
For Jake Paul's?
Well, they just do the whole year's earnings. So, did he fight at all? When was his? No, yeah, that was his only fight this year. So yeah, we'll have a good indication of how much he really made, judging on the Forbes list when they released that. You're right. So he's only fought once this year.
So, and check this out. So Netflix released the number of people who watched it.
Yeah,
33.
That's a good number. That's a good number.
Yeah. I mean, considering, what did you think what do we think the Lamont Roach, Isaac Cruz pay-per-view did?
What, a couple 100,000?
I don't even know that it went that high.
Oh, Lamont Roach, Isaac Cruz. Oh, probably like maybe 150,000.
150, maybe.
Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about Lamont Roach versus Tank Davis.
Wow, 33 million.
Well,
I mean, that's just insane to me.
Again,
it's a crazy number.
This is the thing. So Netflix is going to pay a high rights fee for this, is because companies are going to pay big money for sponsorship spots, and they're going to pay big money for advertising spots. So when you got 300 million, over 300 million subscribers, and you got 33 million people watching one event, then a lot of these companies are going to pay Netflix big money for sponsorship and for advertising spots. So this is the way of the future here. This is why DAZN's got to be careful, because you got Paramount Plus, you got Netflix, and you got ESPN that are pretty much following the same blueprint, and it doesn't involve pay-per-view, right? So they're going to be left behind if they keep up charging these bullshit prices for every fight's a pay-per-view. They're gonna be left in the dust. They're gonna be left behind, in my opinion. So they better shape up, because if Netflix, I think, but how many fights did Netflix do this year? They did Jake Paul fight, and they did. Let me Google that. I think they may have done 4 events this year. They did the Crawford Canelo. They did this fight, and let me see. I think they did a female fight too. I'm gonna Google that, because they're starting to, if they do like 4 events a year, and they do the biggest events of the year, and they take that away from someone like DAZN, that's gonna be telling, right?
I would think.
That's gonna be telling. So if they're you got them, you got Paramount now in the game with the TKO.
Yeah, that would be great if Netflix just it says Netflix just needs to buy all the promotions. Yeah, I would agree with that too. The other piece of news was Logan Paul challenging Anthony Joshua. And I'm like, you're a worse boxer than your brother. Like, there's no way. Listen, man, it just won't happen. And I hopefully Anthony Joshua's done with this and he goes forward. Just like, Jake Paul is going to fight somebody else, whatever. But as somebody mentioned in the chat, is Jake Paul the face of boxing? Yeah, he kind of is. I mean, would you agree with that right now? Who's putting more people in the seats?
Well, I would still say Canelo Alvarez is the face based off of the Crawford fight. So here's the 3 fights Netflix did. They did Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano 3. They did Canelo Alvarez, Terrence Crawford. And they did Anthony Joshua versus Jake Paul. So they did 3 events. And I think the year before they only did 2. So I'm curious to see if they decide we're going to maybe do 4. Right?
Yeah, maybe. So, all right, let's go to area code 707. 707.
What's up, fellas? It's Jaden out of East Bay, California, and I wanted to piggyback on what y'all said. First of all, happy belated Boxing Day and Kwanzaa. Floyd Mayweather was a ghost in the ring. His footwork moved like a police thermal imaging light. He was hard to hit. And that Floyd Mayweather, he had that Philly shell. And in my opinion, even if he's listening, Victor Ortiz, if you're listening, Victor Ortiz, that was an illegal headbutt strike. You can't do that. So that left hook was warranted. But Mayweather's Philly shell defensive puzzle. And my favorite boxer was Donald Curry, the Lone Star Cobra. I'm a new caller and a new listener. Speaking of ghosts, that San Francisco Bay Bridge had a headless ghost running alongside cars at 160 miles per hour, outpaced all cars on the Bay Bridge. Like thinking of Mayweather's correlation to ghosts, but they used to tap the windows. And my uncle, Dorian's friend, was a maintenance man on the Bay Bridge in California, that go from San Francisco to Oakland. So he could corroborate the earthquake from Loma Prieta that caused that deck to collapse during the earthquake. There's an 8.4 mile bridge. Toll Plaza workers that all got fired. They could even say that was a total spirit entity. So Look it up, and I want y'all to look up the drink liquid cocaine recipe that's really tasty, and toast that, because I'm drunk. I'm drunk like a Dungeness crab.
Well, I'll tell you what, I would have never known. I mean, you sound perfect to me. So I mean, I thanks for telling me, because I would have never guessed
I'm inebriated, and I really want to just tell my friend Dean the Penis Machine listening right now, what's up, homie?
All right, 707. We're going to get moving here. The Penis Machine. He said that out loud, Beeb.
I don't need one of those yet. I'm good.
Let's go to 516. I think this is New York, if I'm not mistaken.
That is the Reek. Reek.
Every time you say Reek, every time you say Reek, I think of the dude from Game of Thrones.
I know.
That last caller sounded like some 2020 Jesse Reekin phone call.
He might be caller of the year. Who knows?
I'm 4 years sober, brother. If you ever need help, reach out to me. But nothing wrong with having a good time on a Sunday. What's up, guys? First of all, I catch your show. I don't think you guys say it enough too on the Apple podcast on Apple. On my way to work.
iTunes.
So,
Merry Christmas, Tony.
Yeah, so I love catching it on iTunes. So if you guys don't catch it on YouTube, you could definitely catch it on iTunes too. Yeah, man, I was listening to last week's show, and I thought there was going to be a fight between Beeb, Eric, and Jerry, man.
I had a beef after that debacle last week. I had to beef up security here at the headquarters. We got guys on the roof with 12 gauges right now. We're ready, man. If he comes down here and wants to start some shit, he's got a lot of people he's got to get through. A lot of people.
Yo, Beeb, I was in tears on the train, bro. Like I'm like, that just escalated so quickly. It was like, what if I punch you in the face? I was like, what the?
Like, what the world? Like, what?
Once it gets to violence, he ran out of ideas. Yeah. Once you got to start threatening us with bodily harm, that means you can't beat us with this. Can't beat us with this. The brain. I'm pointing to my brain right now. You're on the phone. You can't see it, but I'm pointing to my brain.
I was cracking up, man. Well, I mean, and props to Inoue. I don't know why people are discrediting his win. I mean, a win is a win. You're not going to knock out. This dude beat Fulton. He made Fulton look like he like this guy made Fulton look bad, and this dude is a superstar. I don't understand where like these comments are coming from.
Yeah.
So he didn't knock the dude out? Like, is that the problem? I mean, he won.
People are just so used to seeing this guy destroy and run through guys, and when he doesn't do it, I guess it's a letdown for some people. I don't know.
Yeah, or because he had a flash knockdown before. It's kind of like, bro, like, I don't know, man. This guy's the real deal.
I hate saying this though, but I just think there's like a lot of people have like a touch of xenophobia when it's not American fighters. That's just how I feel.
Yeah. I hear what you're saying. And the fight I really want to talk about though is I'm excited for. I'm going to be at the Garden, MSG, the Mecca of sports. It's going to be Teofimo versus Shakur. That whole card.
Oh, you're going to that? Huh? Good for you, man.
Look at him.
I'm going.
Look at Jesse Reekin, man. He's got things to do.
Yeah. But I mean, the prices are a little high. Like I think section 100 for the Amanda Serrano fight, I got for like 150. They're like 350. So I'm going to have to sit a little further up.
Still a lot of money for that, though. I mean, for real.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's a lot, man.
So, well, I'm gonna sit further up for like 150, 200. I mean, just being in the ring, though. But I agree with you. I think those seats should go for like, if you're there for Serrano, I think the Serrano Taylor prices are good prices. Like if it's like to any fight, you know, if you're paying like $400 for, and you're not even on the bottom row section, that's kind of like a lot of money, you know.
Yeah.
But I do think Teofimo is going to pull the upset. I hope Ricky Lopez is the ref for that fight. You know, he's the one who refed Ryan Garcia, Rolly Romero. Like, because I don't know, man. Some of these refs be messing up the fights for me. I don't know how you guys feel, but you know, if refereed right, I feel like that Teofimo could pull the upset. I really think Teo has a really good shot at pulling the upset. Actually, I would like to know your thoughts on that.
Are you concerned that maybe Shakur is going to do a lot of holding? Is that why you're concerned about like the referee right now, or is that something that's in the back of your mind for this fight?
You know what's in the back of my mind?
Let me know.
And this was just my opinion.
All right.
The Isaac Davis versus Lamont Roach fight. I thought that ref instantly was on Roach's side.
Yeah, he looked like he was a little. Yeah, he was getting at Isaac Cruz a little bit too much. I understand that argument. I'm not disagreeing with that.
And I'm kind of thinking of that, and then the Gervonta Davis, the guy who Lamont Roach took a knee. I mean, Gervonta took a knee, and the ref did it. Maybe I'm being a little too hard on the refs. I know it's a hard job, but like Ricky, I think I'm like in a good acquaintance.
Yeah, but Teo's going to be the home guy, though. Teo's the home fighter here, right? Is going to, you know, it's New York is his backyard.
Not really. I mean, Newark is right over the bridge, bro. Like I don't.
Yeah, but you think they're going to go
invade New York?
Yeah, it's close. You're right. It is close, but Brick City, baby, Brick City, Daddy.
Yeah.
Brick City's in the house, Daddy. They're coming. Probably a couple thousand deep.
Oh, for sure. I wouldn't be surprised. You know, actually, me and Brian were talking about this. I wouldn't be surprised if Shakur has more fans in the building than Teal. It's going to be interesting. Wow. Yeah.
No,
that audience is going to be interesting.
No way.
You think
Teal's going to have way more.
You don't think no way?
Nope. Teal's going to have way more people in the building.
And I'm not meaning to reopen things, but Teal has talked about it on Breakfast Club. So, I mean, I love the way he met things head on. You know, he answered questions that were asked of him. But I don't think people have fully forgiven Teal for the racist shit neither.
No, they're not. They're not, actually. And here's the thing, man. And again, it is what it is. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna take one side or another with it, man. But the way he explained it, you could argue even made it worse. So you're just talking shit just to promote a fight. And you didn't even mean what you said. So,
I mean, look at the example he used, though, baby. He said, what happened to the days of when Bernard Hopkins stepped on the Puerto Rican flag, which is kind of like, I mean, yo, think about that. Bernard Hopkins stepped on a Puerto Rican flag, and we still label him as one of the best. There's no controversy.
Well, let me ask you a question.
But he did go back and apologize, and I think that's a big move.
Let me ask you a question, though.
He went back to Puerto Rico, went on TV, and apologized there.
But let's look at the series of events from Teofimo Lopez. Like, did Bernard Hopkins ever say anything racial? Did he make any slurs towards Trinidad? Did he ever, do certain things?
Did he ever call him the S word? I don't think.
Yeah,
so.
He never did
He
that.
played a rice and beans, didn't he?
And then,
That's pretty,
Did he?
Yeah.
What did he do, Eric?
Didn't he give him a plate of rice and beans?
I don't remember him doing that.
I'm pretty sure he did.
Did
yeah.
he? I don't
somewhere
remember that.
Somewhere along the lines in those press conferences. I believe it was in Puerto Rico too, where he gave him rice. He gave him rice and beans. Well, I'm Puerto Rican. Somewhere.
I'm just going to say I find that pretty funny, actually.
Yeah.
But I don't. So, but yeah, Steve, I understand what you're saying. But I mean, he said this to a group of black hosts where they kind of accepted the answer too. Like Charlotte.
I think he's going to be all right. I don't think.
I agree.
To be honest with you, there may be some backlash from it, but I don't know. I don't think it's going to be something that's going to really plague him for the rest of his life. You know what I'm saying? I think people will eventually get past it. I can't speak for everyone, but I think the majority of people will probably get past it. I mean, I don't know.
So I'll put it like this to you guys. Do you guys think that Teal has a chance in this fight?
Oh God! I think he's got.
I mean, you got to give him that respect.
He always shows up. I don't know what it is.
Got to give him that respect.
Big fights, he always shows up.
Listen, I think Shakur is going to win, but I'm not going to be like those guys, like the people like were picking Canelo against Crawford. And they were saying like, oh, there's no way Crawford can win this fight. Oh, he's going to dog walk Crawford. Like I was listening to people like talk about that fight like it was like now you picked Canelo, Jesse, but you didn't frame it that way like some of these other people did. So I think Shakur's going to win.
I even went towards Canelo towards the end. I went towards Canelo.
What I'm saying is, I'm only going to speak for myself. I'm picking Shakur, but it's not impossible for Tio to win this fight.
No, not at all. I mean
I'm looking at this probably as a 60-40 fight.
Right? I might even go 55. I mean, you can
even go 55-45 if you want. But
Shakur should win because he's got the better skill set.
Yeah, I think Shakur's
like he sucks, man. I mean,
I'm not gonna be like those Canelo fans. Oh, there's no way Crawford could win. Like people were talking about that, like it was like Crawford was like a plus fucking 600 or something.
And not to mention, Tio's the bigger guy here too.
Yeah, he's bigger.
The bigger guy.
Yeah. I kind of always say this too. I kind of say I don't think anybody else could have beat Loma on that night. I think
that was a great win.
Anybody on that weight class?
That was a great win.
Yeah,
I mean, you can't take that away from him. And the Josh Taylor win was another great win.
Well, and like his dad was saying, after that fight, they went back. It was like a cemetery back there. He said it was like a funeral, man.
No one expected that.
Nobody expected what happened.
No, not at all.
So, all right, Jesse, we're going to get. Go ahead.
Shout out to you guys.
Yep.
Ortiz, do you guys think Ortiz has a chance over Keyshawn?
No.
I think Keyshawn's going to win that, and I like Jermaine Ortiz. I actually thought I thought Jermaine Ortiz beat Lopez.
Yeah,
I had him winning that fight.
Mm-hmm.
But
it was close.
Keyshawn is really good, man. He's a really good fighter, and the thing with him is he can punch like a mother, man. He can punch like a mother effer, man. He's a strong, tough, quick, explosive, all around just good fighter, man.
Keyshawn's good fighter.
I hope everything goes well for him because that guy's got a ton of potential. I just hope he can use every bit of that potential that he has.
There you go. All right, Jesse, we're gonna get moving, man. Thank you so much for the call. Great call as usual. All right, let's wrap this. Let's wrap this up here. What else do we got? Hamzah Sheeraz and Diego Pacheco are ordered by the WBO to fight for the vacant title. Good fight, Beeb?
It's a wonderful fight. I like that fight a lot.
Me too.
Yeah,
Me too.
I like it a lot.
Keyshawn Davis, Carlos Adames, and Bruce Shushu Carrington have been added to the Teofimo Lopez, Shakur Stevenson undercard.
It's a good card.
That's a great card, man. It really is. Yeah. Just that main event alone is great. And then they stack the undercard, which is amazing. So
not crazy about pay-per-views, but, I mean, at least they put a good undercard together for that one.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. All right, guys, that'll do it for this edition of Ringside Reporter. As always, you can catch Joe Habib on X at JHabib1. Find our YouTube channel at ringsidereporter.com, and you can find me on X at ringside73. Guys, have a great new year, and we will see you next week.